Good morning everyone. I wanted to show you my haul so far from Kanazawa. It's early in the morning, it's about 8 o'clock on Monday, and I've just laid out everything that I've bought in the last couple of days. Some of the things for myself, but other things are for you guys or for the markets. So let me take you through. We're going to go first with some little unusual things that I wouldn't have normally picked up. This is a little set for ophthalmology called the Ophthalmoscope by Dr. Komoto, and apparently he pioneered ophthalmology in Japan. So this set has got a bone handle and that screws into this little piece here, and then you pop the little lenses on the other end there. I'm not quite sure how it works exactly, but there are a few of these out there, not many. This is possibly, I mean, it's an antique for sure. I don't know much more else about it, but I'll do some research. But it's very cool, and I love little, weird things. I also picked up this mushroom with a bit of milleflora in it. I'm not sure, it's possibly made in China, but it's really cool. And it was from that vintage place that I posted about earlier, where I kind of lost my mind a little, and I'll tell you the things that I got from there as we go around, but this is an amalgamation of things. So I've picked up a few things off my wish list and we'll start with a bit of artwork, small art. So I've got a couple of, this one particular is really cute. These are what you would typically stick inside a book that belonged to you, and will have your name on it. And so they had quite a collection of these, and they were adorable. I also picked up a couple of little gold leaf postcards. These were from the Kanazawa Gold Leaf Museum. That was really interesting. Beautiful. I just thought these look lovely framed up. This one is for one of my sons who's not here. I picked up these two little chopstick rests, which were also on my list. This was just in nearby where we're staying. I also picked up these little cards with little artworks on them. I think they're representing the seasons, and I thought they look adorable framed up. What else did I get? Okay, these also two little printed, one says like congratulations or good luck, and one says thank you. I also got this is on really thin paper. I feel like this came out of a book or something. Yeah, it looks like it was ripped out of a book, but look at her little face. It's like a collage, so it's stuck on there. It's so cute, super cute. And then also this interesting little one. I also picked up a gilded, this is just pink with the two kitty cats on it, which I thought was so cute. Moving on to the Kokeshi. I got this guy yesterday. Obviously got Mount Fuji there, and he also has some writing down the back, which I haven't translated. He is stuck on this base though, so we're going to take them off, and the only reason I'm doing that is A, because it's unwieldy, but I got this guy at the Hard Off, which is like a big thrift shop, which you've probably seen if you follow anything like that in Japan. We went to this one called Eco Town, and it had a few things, but not a lot of vintage knickknacks. So, but anyway, I picked this guy up because he was $1.10. So I couldn't resist. And once he's off that base, he's probably not worth a huge amount, maybe $30, $40 Australian. Maybe a bit more because he's bigger, but he's lovely. He's got the sweetest face. I also picked up this little pig, which is for all intents and purposes from Genpo, which is, I don't collect them, but I do love them. Pick up little pig things, Genpo things every time I find them. But it was really funny when I bought it because the lady had no idea what I was talking about. They're obviously still producing them in Japan. So we had a little conversation about that. And it says on the box that it's carrying happiness ornaments. So, I'd have to agree. That looks like it's pretty happy, making me happy. I also got this one. This is really cool. This one is a container. So she opens like this, and she's a beautiful colour. And again, with a gorgeous, gorgeous little face. So that was great. This was from the shop that I posted about, which was a pop-up. It turned out it was a vintage pop-up market that's on for a month in this kind of newly built shopping centre. So that was, yeah, I kind of lost my, you know what, in there. This was also from there. So she's a little bobblehead. Another cute little face. Look at those lips. Oh, and then she has the most detailed picture of a swallow. Some bamboo. Yeah, she's adorable. Probably so far a winner for me, my favourite. I also got these two little guys, which I'm calling my Minecraft Kokeshi. Not quite mother and baby, which is what I kind of was looking for, but sort of. I guess so. Definitely a mother and a child. Yeah, they were a little bit different. I thought they were sweet. And then there's this little guy who's just the most ridiculous. So he's like a little warrior and he's praying, and it's really hard to make out, but he does have a little face. There's the two little eyes, and then that tiny pink dot is his mouth, and he's looking up. Yeah, so I couldn't leave him. And then on the kind of Kokeshi track, I picked up a good old Russian doll. There's 6 inside, and it says that it was cleared by Osaka Customs in 2017. So it's interesting because we're quite close to Russia, as you would know, and the correlation between these guys and these guys is unmistakable. So yeah, I'll be curious to know about the crossover history. All right, what else have we got? So I also got this from the pop-up shop. So this is like a bronze container. It's got, you can see it's a branch and blossoms and some buds on there. It's really organic and very, very, very cool. It's super heavy, and it's a stamp pad for the signature stamps that you see on a lot of artwork. And it is marked on the bottom, but it's extremely heavy, and I'm going to clear out the stamp from inside it, and I'm going to use it as a container. But it's just gorgeous, and if I could explain the weight, it's just really heavy, so you know it's beautiful quality. That was like $22. It came in this little box, which I could not resist. And then I picked up a couple of little touristy things for myself. One was this little sweetie, and this is from the Gold Leaf Museum shop, I guess you'd call it, around the back, which was incredible. Some of the images I posted today on my story are from inside there, both that and the museum. And then this one, look at this, it's like a paper mache. And my son bought another one, which is like a cat kind of leaning towards, it looks more like a cat than this, but we decided it was me and him, which was so cute. I also picked up a little bit of ceramics, not much because I don't really want to do that. This is just a little plate with some strawberries on it. I thought it was really sweet. Possibly, yeah. It was 50 cents at the book off. I also got this really lovely wall tile. It's quite thick. It's like redware. You can hear it. With this beautiful blue glazed bird in the middle. This is from another shop that was near the book off, around just down the street, but it was a bit more like a high-end. It was giving me pawn shop vibes, actually. The guys were giving me pawn shop vibes, but they had a lot of really expensive antiques and jewellery, but then this kind of weird, wacky section. So this was $5. So I got, you know, I can find something pretty much anywhere. There's a lot of things in there I wanted, but obviously way out of my price range. I also got this little set of paper plates, and I got it particularly for this one. I just thought that was adorable. You can use that as a little artwork in itself. So that's those. And then moving, I'll just show you some other artwork I got, and then I'll show you some jewellery. And this is a little bit of a sneak peek at the place that we're staying. I'll do a wrap up of the accommodation when we leave, but it's just got, you know, a few of our bags and things around, so I'd rather show you when it's in beautiful condition. So these are some postcards, and they're by this artist here. Sorry, that's a little bit out of focus. Meiji Takehisa. Apologies for the murdering of that. But these are so cute, and I just want little artworks that I can frame. And I just love pretty much all of them. I think out of that lot, my favorite is probably this one. And this one. And I did get this one. I got 2 of those actually, because they were just little postcards, but they're all pretty adorable. This one is also adorable. So yeah, they're gorgeous. All right, so we have a quick look at jewellery. I picked up this little bangle. It's a titanium bangle from a Hello Kitty from 2003. It's just for the markets, but it's really cute. And then I got some silver rings, and I also got a bracelet. And so some of them are not particularly my style, but are things that I'm happy to move on. But they're all from the book off, and I couldn't walk away. They were all very, very, very reasonable prices. And because we get duty free on goods over $50 basically in certain places that are not consumable, so not for cosmetics and things like that, but other things you can, you know, open straight away. But anyway, this is a small modern ring. It's marked with 925, just really classic and simple. I also got this one, which is like a bow. It's quite heavy. Yeah, very simple, but you know, nothing outstanding, but definitely good value. I also got this little tiny one. I think this is made in Scandinavia by a company called Sia. That's a tiny wee diamond in there. It is just silver, but it's like fully stamped inside. That's just really pretty, really sweet and simple. I also got this one. Oh yeah, there we go. I knew I couldn't see what the picture was, but now I'm seeing it. So that's a person sitting there. And it looks like they're smoking. That might be the sun and the moon and the water. Yeah, that's really cool. That's hallmarked as well. It does have a maker's name inside it, like some initials, but I couldn't find out anything about it. I also got this whopper. Yeah, this is gorgeous. And it's really, really heavy, like a crown. Very cool. And then the last one, which is it's definitely my favorite, is this really heavy silver ring. Handmade, as you can see, really nicely detailed. Look at the thickness of that. That is incredible. Incredible, and it feels so nice. So this has marked 950 and then the letters AZ on the inside. So I could only find one other ring that was relatively modern, not, you know, newish, I guess, with that mark on it. And it was like one of those thick ones that has a spinner around the middle. So it's obviously a bit more masculine, but that's never stopped me. So I really love that. That's my favorite. I'm probably going to wear that while I'm here just to, you know, get in the vibe. And then I went back to the case that all those came out of, because I started to get a little bit, you know, really realize that maybe there's more in there. And I found this absolutely stunning bracelet. So they're purple amethyst on the middle, and they're like a little pyramid shape. And then we have turquoise and coral in between and linking them together. It's hallmarked on the clasp. Not that end, Louise, this end. And I did a bit of a deep dive, and I got really excited because I thought it was this very well-known kind of Mexican female jeweler, whose name escapes me at the moment, who had never heard of, by the way, but I did find out about them. So this is part of why collecting vintage stuff is amazing, because you get, every time you find something, it's a learning journey, which I absolutely love. But this is in the style of her. If I find more information, I'll post it to you later. Unfortunately, it's not by her, because if it was, it would be worth thousands and thousands of dollars. I didn't pay a huge amount. I probably paid $40 for it. which is still a bargain, I think. So I think they retail for about two to 400, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It is a little bit loose on one link there, but the link is there, so we're going to fix that up. So really pretty. So anyway, there we go. That's the haul. Oh, this is just a little tourist card printed on wood from Kanazawa, which I liked. So there's the haul so far on day 3. So wish me luck. It's gonna be interesting how we go with the rest of the places. We're going to try and do a non-shopping day today. We're going to a castle area within Kanazawa. There are 2 small little things that I wanted to show you, or 3 actually, because you know it's not me if I don't buy some little weirdos. We went to what was the other one called, Ol? What was it was the hard off and the... Book off? No, the other one. Well, we got the knickknacks. Yours. Knickknacks. All of this stuff. Hobby off, sorry. We went to Hobby Off, and that was just crammed with, you can buy every single capsule toy unpacked that you ever wanted in your life. So that was a bit distracting, but I got this little cutie. Look at this, and it's got a time. It's got a little apple cat. Oh my god. So that's going on my desk at work. So cute, so cute. I also got this for my other son who's at home and I'm missing terribly. A little Shiba, little long Shiba with a little tail. And this is the sort of like symbol for Kanazawa area. So cute. And then this is the highlight of that trip. my son found me this, which has just cracked me up and is just the best thing I've ever seen. It's so cute and it's so well made. I know it's only plastic, and just calm down everyone, but look at it. Anyway, that's a wrap. Have a great day everybody, and I'll check back in with you later. Bye now.